Water quality is the key. If we don't have water quality, no one's going to be there. No one's going to fish there. The fish will not be there. Life is not there. I had my first boat at 13, spent a lot of time clamming. The older guys had rakes, I was a treader, me and my friends, and the bay was full of clammers, and these guys were making good money and having a blast and tan. I was like, this is cool. Suddenly, they were gone, like the bay just collapsed. It happened quietly, I thought maybe they just took all the clams out, but there was other things going on at the same time that we know now, I guess. I could think back as far as 2000. At the beginning of the season, I put my boat in, and the bay looked like chocolate milk. And going over sandbars, you can't tell if you're in 6 feet or 2 inches. Seeing my kids playing it, it's like, what's in there? What's going on? It was something on my mind a lot. I got into photography because I was always on the water, and the Great South Bay is what inspires me. It's something that pulls me. The sky, the sunset, the beach. I'm happy to get out of bed in freezing cold weather and dark and go out. That's when I'm happiest. I took the domain Great South Bay Images because I think it encompasses what I believe in. Basically, the bay is my central location. Yes, I like to shoot in the city. Yes, I like to travel, but it all comes home to the bay. When Sandy came, I felt it was really important to get the word out on what a beautiful spot the storm created. Everyone was bummed out. Their houses got wrecked. It was a disaster. But there was one good thing that happened, and that was the inlet. Right after the storm, the politicians lined up and started to scare people about the terrible ramifications of the inlet being open. They seized on the fact that people were scared. And it's easy to be influenced when you've just lost everything. And I was always sensitive to that. I felt my opportunity was to counter that with a visual idea of what's really happening with the bay. I knew people were hurting, but the inlet wasn't the cause of their problems. And with the help of some scientists around town, we were able to prove tides weren't changing, people's houses weren't at risk because of this inlet. It opened up in one of the best places it could possibly be, equidistant between Fire Island and Moriches Inlet, and in the precise location where there was an inlet before. It's technically a reopen. The clarity of the bay came up all the way across to Bellport. We had seals in Carmen's River that winter. Bunker schools came back that spring. It was night and day. Carmen's River is this phenomenal watershed that drains out from the middle of the island, comes into the eastern bay, and it's right across from the inlet. The whole ecosystem starts in that river. One of my first cool shots, I was looking over the river. I had just got a camera, had no idea what I was doing, and I see a beautiful full moon. So I frame it, and all of a sudden this huge bird comes in my shot. It had a bald eagle with a bunch of nesting material going right across the moon. Didn't know we had bald eagles. This is a huge improvement. It's happening quickly. Let nature take its course, because it's going to do it anyway. There were times this summer on the way to Davis Park, it looked like I was in the Keys. You could see every patch of seaweed across the flats. Tremendous improvement. As a lifelong boater and fisherman, I didn't pay much attention when I flushed my toilet. I never really considered where it went. Now I do. I think a lot of other people do as well. We realize if we want to have a really nice green lawn with all this fancy fertilizer, there's a price to pay, and we all pay it, and it's a steep price. I think if we all work together and realize that this is very important, solutions will come. I'm happy if I can help in any way to just show how beautiful it is. I think the important thing is people realize that Mother Nature's in charge, and we need to participate, but if we have our heads in the sand and just hope it gets better and do nothing, then we're going to lose our way of life here. My name is Mike Bush, and I'm a photographer.